get started. This is a fun 45-minute upbeat vinyasa flow. So let's just get started by moving. Oh, someone just joined, just to make sure. Hi, Monica. So just kind of shake things out, shake your arms out, shake your legs, kind of just release your day, get out any bad energy, bad vibes. You can swish your arms, just find some movement, abstract movement, kind of what feels right. If you want to take jumping jacks or punch it out, just kind of get going here. Move around, maybe do a dance, maybe twirl around, just kind of get moving for about 30 more seconds. You could jump around, you could squat, chair pose. Just sigh out a couple of times, release some tension. 10 more seconds, any movement that feels right, just take it. Grab the air, take up space, expand. Beautiful. And then come to stillness in Tadasana Mountain Pose. Nice and strong in the legs here. Squeeze the core. And then close the eyes and relax the shoulders. Imagine there's a string at the very tippy top of your head being pulled towards the sky. So your whole spine lengthens. But then imagine a string attached to each foot pulling you down. So find that duality of forces. Nice and tall in Mountain Pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, release. 2 more. 1 more. And exhale, or let it go. Bring your hands to your heart. You can place them flat on your chest or at prayer position. And just notice your heartbeat. Notice the energy that lives inside of you. Say thank you for this moment. It is here to serve you. And then set an intention or a sankalpa, positive affirmation for your practice or your evening. Something you've been trying to hone in, manifest. Healing, love, patience, justice, sunlight, just one word. Repeat it a couple times in your head or out loud. Put full intention behind it like you mean it. And then come to the front of your mats, mountain pose. Find a gaze point to stare at. Squeeze your thighs together. Pull your quads away from your knees. And then inhale, lengthen, reach up, extended mountain pose. Pull the shoulders down your back, but ignite the fingers. And keep the tailbone slightly tucked so you're engaged in the lower abdomen. You're engaged in your Mula Bandha, your root lock. And then inhale, just draw a line with your chin all the way to the sky, looking up at your hands. And exhale, bring your chin back down and goalpost the arms. Imagine you're pulling something down. Squeeze the shoulders together, the chest lifts a little bit. Inhale, lengthen, reach up. Find those adjustments and then gaze can come up. And then exhale, make fists with the hands and twist to the left, opening up the left side of your chest. Beautiful, inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Engage the arm muscles, engage the core. Inhale, center. Gaze up. Exhale, goalpost, find the mini back bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Center. Gaze comes up. Exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, swan dive, fold, hinging at the hips. Halfway lift. Pull the belly in, snap the belly in, and then lengthen the spine long. Palms can be at the thighs or the shins. Exhale, fold forward, release. Juggle your feet nice and wide and take a nice free-flowing ragdoll here. You can sway from left to right, but root down in your heels. Always keeping a bend into the knees, but try to just let your head hang heavy. Allow it to just pull your torso down. The weight of the head is just pulling your torso down. Your whole torso is cascading out of your legs, out of your hips. Option to take 2 cleansing breaths here, exhaling out the mouth. Release the hands. Toe heel the feet back together. Big toes to touch. Scoop the belly in. Sit low, chair pose. Option to make a fist with the hands again. Pull those shoulders down the back. Option to draw a line with your chin, gaze comes up. Exhale, hands through heart, fold forward, release. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward, release. Inhale, root to rise, reach up, lengthen. Exhale, swan dive forward. Halfway lift, hold. Step back to plank, hold it here. Squeeze everything in, tuck the tailbone. Really nice work, 2 more breaths here. One more inhale. Exhale, gently drop the knees to the earth, keep the core engaged. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, pull your elbows into your low ribs, chaturanga. Inhale, slither through, baby cobra. Squeeze your back muscles around your spine. Press your toes into the mat. And then exhale, move through tabletop or high plank, finding downward facing dog. Beautiful work. Inhale here. Exhale, let something go. Inhale, come high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, gaze shifts forward, walk, step, or float to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Lengthen the crown of your head forward as if something's pulling it forward. Stay rooted in the heels. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, root to rise, reach up, option to make the fist. Inhale, gaze comes up. Exhale, goalpost the arms, squeeze the shoulders together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, sweep the hands down to brush the floor, finding chair pose. Starting from the ground up, really scooping everything up. And then settling down for a breath in and a breath out. Hands to the heart, fold. Halfway lift. Palms to the earth, step back. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, pull your elbows to the low ribs, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, flip the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Use the core. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, come high on the toes. Bend the knees, coil back, but this time walk your hands back to your feet. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Now, nice bend in the knees here. You can toe heel the feet together. And then cross the right leg over the left. So bringing my right foot over and on the other side of my left foot. Nice bend in both knees, but option to try to work into straightening the left leg. And then option to go deeper and walk over to the left side. Stay mindful here. Relax the head and neck, 2 breaths. Feeling that stretch along the whole back line of the left leg into the left hip. Next breath out, release. Allow the feet to come back together. Exhale, fold, hang heavy for a moment. Then inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward, bend deeply into both knees, crossing the left leg over the right. So the left foot is right next to the left foot. Both the feet are next to each other, sorry guys. And then inhale, an option to walk over to the right. So that left leg is on the other side of the right, and you're trying to straighten that right leg just a little bit to find the stretch. One more breath in. Exhale, release. And then undo the leg and slowly roll up to standing. Really nice. Inhale, lengthen, reach up. Exhale, goalpost the arms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, bow forward, release. Halfway lift. Fold forward, walking out to plank. Hold it there. Scoop everything in. Big inhale. Exhale, rolling onto the right arm. Reach the left arm up, finding side plank option to bring the right knee to the ground. We're only here for 2 breaths. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, as if you're hugging a beach ball, begin to round that left arm, scooping underneath the body for an oblique crunch. Inhale, lengthen, 1 more. Exhale, pull it together, really squeeze that right side of the abs. Inhale, lengthen. Beautiful. Exhale, plank pose. Inhale here, you've got this. We're switching right to the next side, rolling onto the left arm, reach the right arm up. Inhale, find your pose, send your hips high, squeeze the left side of your abs, and then exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch, squeeze. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plank pose, downward facing dog. And take a few breaths here. Option to come to child's pose and take a few breaths in child's pose. Come back to your intention, repeat it a few times. And then inhale, pull yourself up. If you're in child's pose, if not, from downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale. Send the right heel up towards the sky. Then bend, stack, open the hip. Keep that right shoulder down. Breathe into the right hip. Maybe take an ankle circle. And then exhale, tap the right knee to the right elbow and squeeze. Inhale, lengthen, open the hip up. This time, step the hand outside of the right hand. The right foot outside of the right hand. Sorry, guys. And then you can find this nice wide runner's lunge with your right hand inside of your right foot. And just pause for a moment, finding the engagement in the inner thighs. And then option to pivot the right foot out a little bit so your toes are facing away from the mat. It's about 45-degree angle. Finding lizard. Option to drop the back knee. Getting into the hips here. You can sit up a little bit. You can slightly press into the inside of the right thigh, rolling onto the right edge of the right foot. You can stand runner's lunge too, as long as you feel this in the hips. At the same time, you're strengthening the inner thighs. 2 more breaths. And if you have the knee down, untuck the toes, come back up to the wide-legged runner's lunge. And as you exhale, you walk along the left side body, coming into Skandasana, bending into the left leg. Beautiful. And then inhale, reach the right arm up, open up, find a little bit of a twist here. And then exhale, release, walking back forward, rebending into the front knee, coming back to that runner's lunge. And we're gonna inhale right to a standing split. So springing up the back left toes. Gaze is on a focus point. The left foot is active, the toes are dialed down. Squeeze those inner thighs together and then relax the head and neck. Option to play with balance, trying to bring the hands to the right ankle. 1 more breath in. And exhale, step that left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale to rise, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart, mountain pose. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, go post the arms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, swan dive, release. Halfway lift. Fold, plant the palms, walk, step, or float back, taking your vinyasa, meaning in downward facing dog. Breath in. Now breath out. Inhale the left heel high. Bend, stack, open. Keep that left shoulder down towards the mat as you open up that left hip. Keep the foot flexed. Breathe in. As you exhale, tap the left elbow with the left knee. Nice. Inhale, extend, open the hip. Exhale, step the left foot right outside the left hand. Finding a wide-legged runner's lunge. Option to stay here and work with really engaging your pelvic floor muscles, which will help you in all balances and warrior poses. Or option to get a deep hip stretch, pivoting that left foot off the mat. An option to also drop the back knee, finding a lizard pose. And then kind of just play around here, see what works for you. In lizard pose, it's one of those poses that it really changes on what your kind of anatomy is like. So one thing might feel better than the other. Just kind of move around and explore. I feel like lizard pose, we always try to bring our forearms down right away and crunch in, but the engagement of those lower abdomen muscles is super important here. You have 2 more breaths. One more breath in. Beautiful. Exhale, untap those back toes if they're not there already. Come back to that wide-legged runner's lunge. You know where we're going, walking all the way to the back of your mat, skandasana, finding a stretch along the left leg. And then dropping the right palm, inhale, reach up with the left, open the heart space. Beautiful. And then exhale, release, walking back to the front of your mat, right into the runner's lunge, and then inhale, spring up, standing split. Stare at something right about 6 inches in front of you on the ground. So keep your eyes locked there. And dial those right toes down. See if you can send the heel higher. Squeeze those inner thighs together. And then exhale, relax the head. If you find your balance, option to bring one palm or the other to the left ankle. One more breath in. And exhale, step it forward, forward fold, release. Inhale, root to rise up like you mean it. Reach up. Exhale, hands through your heart, mountain pose. Find strength here. Option to close the eyes and feel the energy settle all the way from the crown of your head back down to your feet. Notice your heart beating. Notice your belly expanding and contracting. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, go post the arms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the left. Rinse out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, swan dive forward. Release. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, palms to the earth. Meet me in down dog, whatever that means to you. A big inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, right heel up. Bend, stack, open the hip. And then exhale, step the foot in between the hands, runner's lunge. Take a breath in. And a breath out. And then inhale, rise up, crescent warrior. So finding that engagement in the thighs here, finding the strength in the arms, the duality of forces, grounding down in the legs, reaching up with the arms. Breath in, breath out. And then release the hands to your lower back, interlace the fingers, or grab opposite elbows, finding a bind here. Option to stay in crescent lunge or drop the back heel 45 degrees to come to warrior one lens, and we're finding humble warrior for here. But if you've never tried it in crescent stance, try it here, play it around. You're nice and strong in the hips, and then you hinge at the hips to lean forward to become parallel over that front thigh, and then release the head and neck, finding humble warrior. Find a point at the back of your mat and stare at it for 3 breaths. Keep squeezing those shoulders together, trying to press against gravity, getting an opening along the chest here. Taking a body scan, noticing the sticky parts in the body. Try to send your breath there. Send your intention there. Find some space. Another breath in. Breath out. Exhale, release the hands to frame the front foot, moving right into standing splits. Finding it on the right side. We're only here for 1 breath. We're going to come right to standing, pulling that left knee up with us. If you tap down, get right back up and find your stance here. And then grab the big toe, the left big toe, with your yogi toe lock fingers. Keep focusing on a point, or repeat your mantra in your head to find some stillness. And then extend the leg. Option to bring the right arm out like a T, and then send the left leg over to the left. One more breath in. Exhale, come out just how you came. So bring the leg back in front of you, toes out to the side, bending into the knee, releasing. And then we're finding warrior three from here. Lots of balance this day. Bring your hand to your heart. Hinging at the hips, moving dynamically, finding warrior three. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Extend the arms. One more breath in. Exhale, stepping back into crescent warrior. Breath in. Exhale, release the hands, frame the front foot. Inhale the right heel up and back, three-legged down dog. Option to take a three-legged flow here. Inhaling, coming forward to a three-legged plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. So always can take modifications, always can just move right to down dog, take child's pose, whatever you need. Breath in, breath out. Inhale the left heel high to the sky, then stack, open the hip, and then exhale, step the leg between the hands, finding the runner's lunge. And then inhale, rise up, crescent warrior. Settle here for a moment, find your focus point, find the engagement in the legs. Imagine that the front foot is dragging back and the front toes or the back toes are dragging forward. So almost as if you're trying to crunch the mat up. Breath in. Breath out. One more full round of breath. Exhale, hands to your heart. I forgot what the next thing was, but we're gonna go right to standing splits. Sorry, guys. Framing the front foot and then sliding those back toes up and find standing splits. Find a focus point to stare at. And then exhale, looking forward, bringing that right knee up with you. Pausing there. Grabbing the toe and finding extended toe pose. And then option to open up the left arm and taking the leg over to the right. Nice. Inhale, come back to center and release the foot. Moving right into warrior three, moving dynamically, hinging at the hips. One more breath in. Exhale, step back, inhale, arms sweep up, crescent warrior. Exhale, frame the front foot. Inhale, sweep that left heel up and back, three-legged down dog. Option to step right down to down dog or take your three-legged vinyasa. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful work. Inhale, come high on the toes. Bend the knees, walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Toes to touch, chair pose, sit low. Make sure you can see your toes. And then bring your hands to your heart and twist to the left. Instead of grabbing the elbow onto the outer thigh, just twisting from the belly button. And then option to open the arms and find an opening here. Option to gaze to the sky. It's a little bit of a different chair twist here. One more breath in. Exhale, hands back to your heart, sink low. Exhale, twist to the right. Squeeze your belly muscles. Squeeze your shoulders together. And then open the arms. Use the press of the left hand against the outside of the right thigh to really open the chest. Option to gaze up. One more breath in. Exhale, hands back to the heart. Stand straight up and reach up. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, reach up and then grab the left wrist. Reach up and then over. So getting a side stretch. Should be nice and warm here. Keep that left heel planted down into the ground as you reach over to the right. Breathing into the left lung, really expand that side of the body. And then come back up. Switch wrists. Reach up with the right. Keep that right heel pressing down. And then reaching up and over. Almost like you're creating a banana shape here. You can send the hips over to the right a little as well. See if you can pull the bicep back. Breath in. And exhale, release. Hands to your heart space and close your eyes. So finding moments of stillness through all the movements. Exhale, mountain pose. Finding the front of your mat again. Inhale, arms lengthen or reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Step back to plank. Pause. Exhale, drop the knees. Pivot the right leg off of the mat. And then inhale, reach the left arm up, finding modified half moon. And then inhale, really reach up as if you're holding an umbrella and it's just pulling your left hand up. And then stare at that left hand as you reach up and over the head. Getting another side stretch along the left side of the body. Keep those left toes down onto the mat. As well as a mini back bend here. You're squeezing the shoulders together. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, you'll spring off of the mat and come up to gate pose. And then gently release the left arm. Reach the right arm up and over. Pressing the right foot, the right shin down into the ground. Opening up the right side body. Beautiful. And then as you exhale, release, windmill the arms to tabletop. You can take a cat-cow to rinse out. And then pivoting the left toes off the mat. Inhale, rolling onto the left side. Reach up with the right arm. Plant the right toes down. You're super strong in your feet. Inhale, reach up, find a little bit of a lift. And then follow that right hand as you reach up and over the head. Breathing into the armpit, the side, waist, all the way into the right hip. Breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to spring up, find gate pose, find the strength in your core, and then release the right palm gently, reaching the left arm up and over. And then exhale, windmill the arms. You can take a cat-cow here. And then press the toes firmly into the ground, squeeze the core, slight tuck of the tailbone. You're gonna find bear pose, but with untucked toes, yeah. So your toes are flat against the ground, and then you press up into the feet to get a lift of the knees off of the mat. Really nice work. We have 2 more breaths here. Press the ground away. And then exhale, flip over the toes, downward dog. A breath in, a breath out. Inhale, right heel reaches up to the sky. Bend, step, open the hip. Exhale, step it forward, runner's lunge. Inhale, crescent warrior. Exhale, settle. Here for 1 more breath. And then exhale, hands through your hearts, moving right into standing splits. 1 more breath. And exhale, bring that left leg up with you as you stand up. Grab the toe lock, extend the leg. Option, bring the right arm out. Option, bring the left leg over to the left. Breath in. Breath out. Coming back up the same way we came in. Going right into warrior 3. Moving a little bit faster now. Breath in. Press gravity away. Exhale, find crescent warrior. Hands through your heart space. Open up warrior 2. I realized humble warrior was the pose that I forgot on the other side. We're just gonna do without it, and I'll get 1 in on the left side. Exhale, flip the palm, reverse, reach up and back. Beautiful. And then exhale, moving right into half moon. So what we were just doing on the ground, basically, but now we're finding some air time. If you have a block or a book or a water bottle, you want to drop that right hand on it. Find the focus points. See if you can hold this for 2 breaths. Maybe you can close the eyes. Maybe you can bring your hands to your heart. Breath in. Exhale, move back through warrior two. Windmill your arms and take your vinyasa. Really nice work, ladies. You're killing it. We have a few more minutes of movement before we settle down here. So come back to that intention, come back to the breath, come back to this moment. Inhale, left heel moves up. Exhale, bend, stack, open the hip. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands, finding runner's lunge. Inhale, rise up, crescent warrior. And then we'll just find a humble warrior here on this side, just for one. So option to send that right heel down if you want warrior one legs, or try it in crescents. And then exhale, release the hands behind the back, squeeze the shoulders together. Interlace the fingers, grab opposite elbows, or hands at prayer. And then hinge at the hips and find humble warrior to even out both sides. Take your gaze to the back of the mat. Breath in. Exhale, release. Hands move down to bring the front foot. You're moving right into standing split. We're only here for a breath. Option to bring the hands to the ankle. As you exhale, engage the core. Come to stand straight up. Bring that leg with you. Find your focus point. Grab yogi toe lock. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, open the left arm up. Sending the right leg over to the right if you'd like. Keep the hips nice and level. Breath in. Breath out. Move out how you came, moving right into warrior three. Squeeze everything up to your spine. Wrap it around your spine. Breath in. Exhale, warrior. Crescent warrior. Stay for a breath. Exhale, now warrior two. Open up. Flip the palm, reverse. Reach up and back. Exhale, windmill your arms, take your flow. Inhale, come high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, gaze shifts forward. Walk, step, or float to your hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Roll slowly up to standing. Mountain pose, eyes to a close. Really feel into your feet here. So grip your toes into the ground like they're claws. And then just kind of circle around, sending the weight to your toes, to your right side of the feet, into your heels, the left side of your feet. Just kind of feel the ground here. And an option to keep the eyes closed, we're going to move into tree pose on both sides. Or if you'd like to open your eyes and find a focus point, sending the weight into the left leg first. Bring the right knee up. And then open it up, find tree pose. Whatever it looks like for you today, choose it and then honor it, and then option to grow and expand. So this is a fun, playful class. So if you want to close your eyes and fall out of it, if you want to take any other variation, you have 4 more of your breaths here. And then exhale, release. Shake both ankles out. Give a little kick. Shake the arms out. And then again, find the equilibrium in both legs first. Kind of move around, shift to your heels, rock forward. Maybe the eyes close. And then find your roots, find stillness. Shifting into the right leg, bring the left leg up. And then open and find tree pose. And if you're pulling the sole of the foot up into the thigh, once you get there, make sure the hips are level again. So you're scooping everything to the center, pushing down into the ground with that standing leg, and then option to grow the arm. Sway your branches. You could do some wrist circles while you're at it, or flicks with the hands to strengthen the wrists for chaturanga and arm balances. You have 4 more breaths. And exhale, release. Shake everything all out. Shake, shake, shake. Come to the front of your mat. When you've had enough shaking, and you're taking your last flow here. We're meeting in down dog. I'll cue the inhale, and you can take it from there. Inhale. Beautiful. Inhale the right heel high. Moving into half pigeon, bringing the right knee to the right wrist, and then sliding the left leg back. If this doesn't serve you today, you can take it on your back. And then you're here for 5 breaths, so find your variation. I'm choosing to stay seated up today, but go ahead and walk forward and release your pigeon if you like. Come back to your intention, your sankalpa. Repeat it 1,000 times in your head. You are worthy of whatever intention you set. About 5 more breaths here. Option to move into double pigeon if you'd like. Swinging that left leg around and finding double pigeon. If you're in double pigeon and there's a nice gap between the foot and the knee, that's totally fine. Kind of just let gravity do its work. You can remove the flesh away from the sits bones. If you have a prop to slide between the space. If not, just settle in. Try to release the fear of doing it wrong. And just be here, honoring the breath. Take one more inhale. And exhale, release. If you're in half pigeon, bring that left leg around now, but instead just extend it out. So if you're in double pigeon, also extend that left leg out. And then bring the right hand behind the right thigh, and you'll inhale, sweep the left arm up to the sky, and you'll press your hips up to the sky. So finding a nice counter stretch back bend here. Pressing into the feet, and then you can exhale, release. And still staying in this position, you'll sit up nice and tall, and allow the left forearm just to plant on the ground, and you'll inhale the right arm up and over, trying to reach over to that toe, taking a breath into the right side rib cage, and then exhale, release it. And so you can swing that leg back around, find downward facing dog, however you get there. Inhale the left leg high, and then exhale, find half pigeon on the side. I guess my playlist didn't last the 45 minutes if you started on song 3. It's okay. You're here for a few more breaths wherever you are in this half pigeon. And if you'd like to take double pigeon on the side as well, you can find that here. And then exhale, release. Swing that right leg around, or if you're in double pigeon, just extending it nice and long. I wish you guys weren't tiny thumbnails and the laptop wasn't far away so I could see you better. I need like a big screen. And I don't know what this pose is called, but your left leg is in towards your groin and your right leg is extended. So you bring that left arm behind the left thigh, and then inhale, sweep up and back, find the back bend counter stretch. It should feel really nice in the hips. And then exhale, release, coming out the way you came in. Sitting up nice and tall. Allow that right forearm just to rest. And then inhale the left arm up and over, breathing into the left side body. Beautiful. Exhale, come up and bring both legs together, coming all the way down onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. You can rock from left to right. And then option to take happy baby or a supine twist on your own, eventually moving into your final rest. So you have a few more breaths here. If you'd like to take Shavasana with legs up a wall, that would be really nice. If you want to Supta Konasana, so finding butterfly legs or knock knee pose, or just your regular corpse pose. Take this final moment, find any movement you'd like. And then eventually take a full body stretch, lengthen your body, stretch it out. And then exhale, move into your final resting pose, releasing all activation in the muscles, releasing any constriction you had on the breath, letting the thoughts go. You've done all the work. There's nothing else to do but rest and absorb all the good benefits. Take a full body scan, starting with the crown of your head. Imagine this blue, beautiful, relaxing ray of light coming into the crown of your head, scanning down the face muscles, over the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the jaw. This relaxing blue ray of light is moving down the neck, down the shoulders, over the chest. It's melting down both arms and dripping out of your fingers. This relaxing blue light is moving down your rib cage into your belly. It's rolling over your hips, moving down your legs, sliding over your knees, wrapping around your ankles. And this relaxing blue light is melting into your feet and dripping out of your toes. Take a breath in. Let it go. Shavasana. As you relax in stillness, I will share a quote. Learn to relax. Learn how to unwind. Find something that's relaxing, healing, soothing, and available to you. Sit in the sun, sit in the tub. Take a trip to a nearby hot springs or mineral bath in your state. Perch atop a mountain or a hill, taking in the view from above. Let yourself sit and soak it in for as long as you can. Let yourself be still for as long as you can. Move around a bit if you need to, then go back and try again. Don't just do it once, try it often. Allow yourself to relax and unwind often. Give yourself opportunities to, and soon you'll learn how. Pay attention to what you think and feel when you try to relax. What thoughts come to mind? What do you feel? Go as deeply into your thoughts and feelings as you are able to. And then sit quietly for as long as you can. When your body is done, it will tell you. Bring your knees into your chest. And fall over to your favorite side today. You can use your hands and arms as a pillow. Take a moment to go inward. Take a moment to say thank you for showing up, for this practice, for this day. And then press yourself up whenever you are ready to a seated position. Take a nice big shoulder shrug, allowing the shoulders to stack over the hips. Imagine that string again, that string that's coming down from the sky and just pulling the crown of the head a little bit taller. Exhale, relax your hip flexors. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach up, open up. Exhale, pull all that energy to your heart. Last one. The light that lives inside of me honors the light that lives inside of you. Allow your palms to move up to your third eye center. May you be happy. May you be well. And may you be free. Namaste.